Why don't
Yay.
Why don't we do the countdown with the 10 to Happy New Year anymore? That's disappointing. I'm counting on y'all. Next week when we see it 10, we need the countdown from 10 and then Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right? It's a thing. How y'all doing? Maybe you can get them a little more excited.
Try again? I don't know. How's everyone doing? A little better.
Well, we can tell who they like more. So, hey, glad y'all are here. And for those of you who are watching at home, glad you're here also. And the next piece of this for those of you at home doesn't apply, but for those of you in the room, it does. This is time for your weekly service announcement. Please make sure while you are inside this room that you are remaining seated in your seats at all times, and that your face masks are in an appropriate location. Any questions? Seats, 3 seats over there that are touching, should not, in fact, be touching. They should be separated by roughly 6 feet. All right. Yeah, it's 6-ish. You're good, all right? You're good. Cool. All right. So, tonight we're still talking about stretching.
Yeah.
I heard you are far more flexible than I am.
I don't know.
I was this morning I was in my little kickboxing class and they had us do this kick low, kick mid, and kick high. And all I could think of was last week being here and talking about how unflexible I was. And the instructor told me that all 3 of my kicks were low.
Oh, no.
Hurt my one feeling.
That's not good.
No. But what I heard is that if you want to get flexible, yoga is helpful. How many of y'all like yoga?
Not very many people.
Not very many people like yoga. And if I remember last week correctly, Noah proved to all of us that he obviously does not do yoga because he was the least flexible person I've ever seen in my life. It's true. But what I need tonight is I need to get 4 more actual flexible people who can go and show us some yoga poses.
Yeah.
All right.
Who wants to come up?
All right, why don't you grab 2 people for me?
Okay.
And I'll grab 2. That seems like a yes
Andrew,
right there.
You're getting volunteered a lot. You should come up.
That was a yes. Yeah,
come on. Come on.
For those of you who are at home and didn't see, his leg was behind his neck
Yeah, you can come up.
Yeah. All right.
Andrew, come on.
Come up on stage. What do we got?
Oh, yeah, you can come up.
Yeah, all right. Cool. We got 3?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. I always love when people raise their hand, they put themselves in a weird flexible pose. You point at them and say, come on up stage, and they go, me? Yes, you! All right.
Wait, I think we still need another
We need
person.
one more. I need one person from this side of the world. Back row. Come on down. All right. So, come on up on stage. Right up yonder.
You look pretty flexible.
Very
I think
flexible.
you can do it.
Cool. All right, here's how this is going to go down. Yeah, you were good. We got some yoga competition going on tonight that y'all are going to be a part of.
Yeah.
And what animal is more flexible in the wild? What is the most flexible animal in the wild? You would say jellyfish. You would say snake. I would say...
I don't know.
It's the yoga bear.
Oh.
The yoga bear is by far the most flexible animal the world has ever seen.
Have you guys ever heard of a yoga bear? Me neither.
So, y'all are going to be competing against the yoga bear tonight. The yoga bear is going to give you exactly 5 different yoga poses that you must do. And the crowd, and those of you at home, will be voting on who is the best yoga bear. All right? So y'all ready?
Oh.
That was my leg hurts. Ow. All right. So, are you ready to see the first yoga
pose.
bear pose? All you have to do is match that pose. So separate. All right. There we go.
Oh.
We are. How we doing? There. Namaste. All right. Cool. That was good. That's a good introductory.
Yeah.
I might even be able to do that one. You got that one? All right. Cool,
man.
cool. That, my friends, was the tree. Secondly, let's go to the next yoga bear pose.
Side
plank. Oh, we got some side plank skills.
Wow.
Should we just make them hold it until the end of the night? Like, this is all we do tonight,
Yeah.
is just watch them in a side plank until 8. And we're like, all right, it's been real, deuces. All right, we won't do that. I got voted down on that. Yoga pose number 3.
Downward dog. Oh.
That's,
Yeah, there you go.
what do you think?
Go.
Mostly decent?
Yeah, pretty good.
Knees have to be locked. He's like,
Oh,
center
lock
stage
your
going,
knees.
you guys are doing it wrong. Knees have to be locked. Stretch better. All right.
Is your arm tired?
Cool. Downward dog is done. So that was 3. Moving on to pose number 4.
Oh, man.
Yeah. There we go.
Wow.
That's
pretty good.
If you ever find me in that position, call 911. Something went wrong.
Look at this.
What is? His head is on the ground. That
Wow.
is. All right. Wow. Okay. All right. That was impressive. I
That
think we
was
have
impressive.
one last pose.
Okay.
All right, we're there-ish.
Wow.
Wow, okay. I'm really hoping to see somebody fall. All right. You're not even gonna try? Like, you could probably do that and have your feet still on the ground.
Oh. Hey,
There we go.
I think he got it.
He got it, nailed it, and failed it! Yes! That is what I was looking for. Excellent. Hey,
I think you
just for
got it.
participatory action,
Oh, watch out. Oh.
totally missed. All right. There we go. Y'all can grab a seat. But
Sit
I don't
down.
know about you guys. The whole purpose of that game for me is I wanted to see some people fail. Was anybody else hoping to see people fail horribly? Raise your hand if you wanted to see someone fail. Those of you who don't have your hands up are liars.
You're
We all
wrong.
wanted to see people fail. And for the next 42 seconds, we're gonna watch a bunch of yoga fails.
Yoga fail.
What's going on, everyone? All right, come on. Y'all can do better than that. What's going on, everyone? I need everyone to clap their hands. Come on. I'm gonna be honest, I really need your guys' energy today. So will you go all out for Jesus Christ tonight? Woo! Come on. Will you go all out for Jesus Christ tonight?
Step out of the grave, break into the wild, and don't be afraid. Run into wide open spaces, places waiting for you. Dance like the weight has been lifted, places waiting. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom, there is freedom. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom, there is freedom. Come out of the dark, come just as you are, into the fullness of His love. For the Spirit is here, let there be freedom. Let there be freedom. Bring all of the scars. Come back to communion. Back to the start. Run into wide open spaces, places waiting for you. Dance like the weight has been lifted, places waiting. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom, there is freedom. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom, there is freedom. Come out of the dark, just as you are, into the fullness of His love. For the Spirit is here, let there be freedom. Let there be freedom. Chains will fall, prisons shake at the sound of Jesus' name. Lives made whole, hearts awake at the sound of Jesus' name. Chains will fall, prisons shake at the sound of Jesus' name. Lives made whole, hearts awake at the sound of Jesus' name.
searched the world, but it couldn't fill me. Man's empty praise treasures that fade are never enough. But you came along, put me back together. Now every desire is now satisfied here in your love. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you. There's
to worship on a Wednesday night. How about the rest of y'all? Yeah, cool. Hey, I got a question for you. How many of y'all, and I like using the word y'all. You like the word y'all? Okay, good. All right. How many of y'all have bad habits? Yeah! Like
a lot of hands.
enthusiasm. I got bad habits, yeah! All right, cool. That was he
good.
was excited.
Yeah, there was a lot.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, those of you who have bad habits, which, let's be honest, everyone?
100%.
100%. We all have bad habits. How many of y'all think that you could easily break your bad habits if you just wanted to? Raise your hands if you think, I could break my bad habits if I just wanted to. All right, you got a hand up, which means you just volunteered for this game. Don't worry, you don't have to tell us your bad habits. And we got a hand up in the back there. Come on down. Yeah, see, same thing. Right there. Yeah, you.
No, you, yeah.
Yeah, you. Well, okay, I wasn't going you. I was going 2 seats over. Right, wait, yep. Sure, come on down. Not who I wanted at all. Come on down. All right. Cammy, you want to explain to them what they're going to be doing here real quick?
Yes, so you guys have these 8 cups, and you have to write 8 bad habits. They don't have to be your bad habits, but you have to write 8 bad habits on these cups.
So just write them. You have a Sharpie. Yeah, just write them.
Like
write
right
them on there. Anywhere on here, you're just going to write bad habits. They
And you'll
could
stack
be
them in a
somebody
pyramid.
else's
So
bad
4, 3,
habits.
2,
They don't
1.
have to be your bad habits.
Okay?
All right,
You got it?
start writing. If procrastination is one of your bad habits,
That's a
you're
big
showing it
word.
off. It is.
You don't have to spell it right.
Yeah, we're not counting for spelling. Incorrect spelling is one of my bad habits. Cammy, what about you? What would you say is a bad habit that probably not you, but somebody you know has?
I know somebody that bites their nails.
Any nail biters out there? Woo! Nail biting, yeah! It's extra calcium. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. And then they leave them on the counter, and it's
Yes.
just
And
like,
you find them?
and you're like, I stepped on it. I got someone else's toenail in the
Yeah.
bottom of my foot. That's
Brutal.
disgusting. That's why it's a bad
Disgusting.
habit.
It is.
What other bad habits you
Procrastinating is a big one.
Yeah. How many procrastinators are there out there? Yeah. Why procrastinate today what I can put off till tomorrow? It's just kind of been my mantra. For those of you in middle school, procrastinating means putting things off. It's a large word. Yeah, procrastinating is good. How y'all doing? Are you struggling to come up with bad habits? Yeah. All right, just keep, like I said, they don't have to be your bad habits. They can be anybody's bad habits out there at all. I know for me, I have a tendency to maybe not wash my dishes when I'm done, and they just sit on the counter for an extended period of time, and the barbecue sauce becomes like crusty on the plate, and then you can't ever get it off, and then you just have to throw the plate away and buy all new dinnerware. Is that, yeah? All right, cool. Yeah, just, we need some help. Someone yell out some other bad habits. Smoking.
Smoking?
Yes. Don't do that. None of y'all. Y'all are young. That goes for vaping as well. Vaping is bad. All right, what else we got? Fortnite is not a bad habit. I'm not going to go with that. No, that's good. Fortnite is good. I'm pro Fortnite. I can't hear you because you have a mask in front of you.
Good.
Oh, using an
Okay.
inside voice.
Okay. You can just put that
Using
away.
your outside voice while you're
don't need this
inside and
guy.
your inside voice when you're outside. Yeah. If you guys think I'm loud now, wait till I use my outside voice. All right.
Perfect.
We got this set up? All right, cool. Y'all are good. Now, here's the challenge, if y'all are ready. So we're going to have you step exactly 4.5 feet back. I don't know. Yeah, is that 4.5?
I'd give it 4.5.
4.5 of whose feet? Your Yeah.
No.
Okay. Cool. So here's what they're going to be doing. And for those of you
Me
at
too.
home, this is going to be in 3D, so pay attention. We have in said box. What is in said box?
Rubber bands.
Oh, rubber bands. And we have a stack of styrofoam cups that are bad habits, and we're going to be talking about how to break bad habits. What should we do?
We should slingshot the rubber band at the cups.
That, Cammie, is a genius idea. Genius idea. So, I'm going to have you hold on to said rubber bands. And don't worry, you are going to have as many shots at this as you want. As many as you want, as long as you can get them all done in exactly, let's call it 60 seconds. And your time starts. You were going to cheat. Cheating is a bad habit.
He wrote that down.
Now, go, go, go. One shot, one kill. All right, keep it up, keep it up. Boom. Swing and a miss. All right, it's getting. For those of you in the front row, please keep your eyes closed so you don't get a rubber band in and around your ojo. All right. Ojo is Spanish for eyes. See, it is, I think. Lack of studying was also a bad habit of mine, so we're not really fully, boom!
Good.
Doesn't it sound so good when it hits?
Do we have,
All right.
okay.
All right, keep it up, keep it up. You got exactly, I have been keeping mental count of this, and we have exactly 15 seconds left. All right, oh, there we go. We're down to 3. We're down to 3 and we're down to 4. 15 seconds, all right, so we are now down to 10 seconds. And I told y'all we needed to practice this at the beginning. So let's get a countdown from the crowd, starting at 10,
9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! All right, hey, nicely done. You were able to break more habits than you were. The habits that were left, just so you know, we have procrastinating, which is good. We have cheating. Cheating's not good. Not getting enough sleep. Who's guilty of that one? Yeah, all of us. What do we got over there?
We got hurting yourself,
Yeah, good call.
drinking,
Yep,
weed,
yep.
playing games all day.
All day long. All right. Hey, so y'all can grab a seat. Well done. Let me toss you some candy since none of your bad habits were excessively eating sugar during a message. All right, hey, candy. We're going deep. Think you can get it? Here we go. He's not even paying attention. All right, candy coming your way. Here we go, and it's going deep, and it's... All right, I don't play sports. All right. Cool. On that note, are y'all ready to bring up Tyler?
Lane.
No enthusiasm at all. All right, there we go.
Welcome to Midweek. It is so good to have you with us tonight. We've been talking about stretching. We've been talking about it this week. We've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks. And last week, Eric did such a great job. Were you here last week? Give Eric a hand. Eric did such a great job. And last week, he talked about habits. But he talked about starting new habits, right? Starting something new. And we're going to talk about habits tonight, but we're going to talk about bad habits. As John and Cammie were just talking about, there's a lot of bad habits out there, whether it's biting our nails. Who's with me on that one? I'm so bad at it. Okay. daydreaming in class, which I just imagine is even more so on Zoom. Or checking our notifications on our phone nonstop. Anybody there? Okay. Playing that addictive game, right? Maybe it was Fortnite for a while. Maybe it's Among Us right now. Anybody play Among Us? Right? Or it's just a lot. It's a lot. We all, the idea though is that we all have bad habits. But like for instance, for me, one of the habits that I'm trying to kick right now, is my phone. I'm just on my phone too often. I'll get home from a long day at work and I'll just sit on the couch, play on my phone. And I remember a couple days ago, my wife was gone with my oldest daughter, and I was checking Instagram or something, and my son walked up to me. He grabbed my phone out of my hand and he said, "Dad, get off your phone and play with me." And I was like, all right, I probably should kick this. I'm on it. We all have bad habits. And some of those bad habits, like biting your nails, they don't affect you spiritually. Maybe your addiction to your phone doesn't affect you spiritually, although I would probably say it does, actually. But there are some bad habits that can prevent your faith from growing. Like if you've ever held a grudge. I think if the first time you held a grudge, you feel a little bad for it. But it becomes easier and easier to hold that grudge. Or if there's someone that you just can't stand. If you've ever struggled to forgive someone, struggled to ask for forgiveness, or you do things that hurt others or yourself, and you just can't seem to stop it. Or you make time for movies, video games, friends, all these things, but you struggle to make time for God. The Bible uses a word for these bad habits. It calls it sin. Anything that takes us away from focusing on God. And so in this series, we've talked a lot about how we can stretch our faith by making a commitment and starting something new. And today we're going to talk about how we can actually stretch our faith by letting something go. We've been looking at this letter in the Bible called Romans, written by a guy named Paul. Almost 2,000 years ago, he wrote to the church in Rome. And he wrote them to help them find their salvation in Jesus. And then once they find that salvation in Jesus, what does it look like to live that out? And last week, we looked at the first part of chapter 12 about starting something new. And today, I'd like to take some time and look at the second half. But let me remind you, in case you weren't here, how that letter starts. Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. "And so, dear brothers and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies to God because of all he has done for you. Let them be a living and holy sacrifice, the kind he will find acceptable. This is truly the way to worship him. And don't copy the behaviors and customs of others, or of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect." See, in Paul's mind, the goal is this transformation. You see, following Jesus isn't just saying a prayer and then getting dunked in the baptistry one time. Instead, it's this ongoing transformation. That as Christians, we shouldn't just look like everybody else, that there should be differences between us and the rest of the world because of how God is transforming us day in and day out. See, only God can transform us. But there are certain things that we can do to make it easier for God's transformation to take hold of our lives. And so last week we read about a bunch of new habits that Paul said we can start, habits that help us love other people and help our faith grow. But Paul has a different list today of how we can stretch our faith. So we'll be in chapter 12, starting in verse 16. Paul says this: live in harmony with each other. Don't be too proud to enjoy the company of ordinary people. And don't think you know it all. Never pay back evil with more evil. Do things in such a way that everyone you can see you are honorable. Do all that you can to live in peace with everyone. Dear friends, never take revenge. Leave that to the righteous anger of God. For Scripture says, I will take revenge. I will pay them back, says the Lord. Instead, if your enemies are hungry, feed them. If they are thirsty, give them something to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals of shame on their heads. Don't let evil conquer you, but conquer evil by doing good. Okay, so that's a pretty long list here. But Paul gave us some things that we need to let go of in order to grow our faith. Like being proud. Like being know-it-alls. Holding grudges, looking for revenge, and letting sin control us. That's a lot of don'ts. There's a lot of stop doing. And depending on your personality, these don'ts might affect you a little bit differently. Maybe you're told don't and you think, man, you're right. I should stop doing those, or I should not start doing those things. And some of you are like, you hear don't, and you're like, oh, it doesn't apply to me. I don't do those things already. Or you're like me, and you hear that, and your first instinct is, don't tell me what to do. Like, I got this. I'm fine. Don't tell me, I can make this decision. Don't tell me what to do. I'm good. Anybody like that one? Okay, that's me, and probably like some of you. And some of you feel like, man, you're ashamed because you know you should stop doing it, but you're just not exactly sure how. You see, you can have these bad habits, and you can even think, oh, I need to get rid of them. But how do I do that? You see, the problem with a long list of don'ts is that we can feel kind of lost, which maybe leads to anger or frustration because we can't kick the habits. Maybe you're thinking, I don't want sin to control me, but I don't know how to stop it. Jersey, can I use you for a second? Can you step up here real quick? All right, Jersey, I want you to hold on with two hands, just like this, okay? So Jersey's got this baton, and this baton is going to represent the bad habit that she has, okay? Okay, and let's say this baton here represents this new habit that she wants to replace it with. Because here's the truth. If you kick a bad habit, but don't you replace it with something new and good, that bad habit's coming back. And it's exactly why we said start something new last week. Start something new, we said last week, because this week we want to talk about getting rid of habits, but if you don't have something to replace it with, it's not going to stay kicked very long. Okay, so Jersey, without moving your hand, or without letting go of this, I need you to stay holding this, okay? And I need you to grab this. Okay? Okay, great. Now, I want you to be able to wrap all the way around this with your hand without letting go of this. One of two things needs to happen for that to work. You either need freakishly large hands, right? We're talking about like Giannis Antetokounmpo hands, right? Like crazy hands. Or it's a lot easier to grab this one if you let go of this one. And this is the idea. You will never grab onto what God has for you if you're still holding on to that bad habit. If you want to stay where you are, keep holding on. But in order to grab onto what God has for you, this transformation that Paul speaks about, you have to let go. Jersey, thank you. Give it up for Jersey. And that's the thing that we have to think about. In order to grab onto this faith that God talks about, to this transformation that Paul talks about, you have to let go of what you have and grab onto what God has for you. So let's go back and look at that list. We have being proud, we have being know-it-all, we have holding grudges and looking for revenge, letting sin control. But maybe in your place you put humility. Maybe in your place you put compassion, integrity, peacemaking, or goodness. See, Paul wrote this letter because he wanted to see his fellow Jesus followers grab on to what God had for them. But in order to do that, he knew that they needed to let go of the harmful things they were holding on to. And listen, some of these things that you need to let go of, maybe you've been hurt, you've had experiences that have led you to here, but listen, those hurts, those pains, they're not going to get you where you need to go. But the power of Jesus will get you where you need to go if you will be willing to let go of that past, let go of that struggle, let go of that bad habit in order to accept what Jesus wants to do in your life. You see, you can stretch your faith by letting something go. And I don't know if you've been a follower of Jesus for 10 years, or you walked in tonight and you're like, I'm not even sure who Jesus is. But the truth is, we all have something that we need to let go of so that we can see Jesus more clearly. And changing any habit is hard because our habits are the things that we do automatically. It's muscle memory. Without thinking about it, we go here. It's like for me, when I have a bad day, as soon as I get home, I'm going to the kitchen. I'm eating something. If it's a long day, I'm eating something. And it's a bad habit, and it's hard to kick. We do it without thinking about it. But one of the best things we can do when we're trying to break a bad habit is to have somebody hold us accountable. We have to get clear about which behavior we want to let go of, and then ask other people to help us. See, we can't be accountable to ourselves until we get really specific about what we want to change. Like you're like, I'm just gonna stop sinning. No, that's not specific enough. That's not gonna help you take, like, what is it? What's that one thing you need to kick? We can't be accountable to others until we ask people to call us on our stuff, who will actually check in on us and say, how are you doing? So tonight or this week, I want you to share that thing that you're holding on to, that bad habit that you just can't seem to kick. I want you to share that with somebody. It can be a small group leader. It can be a peer who loves Jesus. And I add that qualifier because if that person doesn't love Jesus, why do they really care if you're doing it? So maybe you've got that friend that you know you can share that with. Share that with. Like, don't text them tonight. If you do it before you leave here. So by the time you get home, you'll forget that it even happened. But if you share it, you're more likely to commit to doing it. Sharing this thing will help you continue growing, stretching, and becoming more like Jesus. And if there's someone in this room who you'd like to invite you to keep accountable, don't leave here tonight until you talk to them. We started this series by saying that we want to make commitments. And we threw out 5 commitments the last couple of weeks. And last week, Eric said, listen, make a commitment, and that's maybe something that you're going to start new. And starting a new habit is a great way to replace a bad habit. So maybe I'll run through this list again. Maybe there's something that you want to commit to help you offset this bad habit that you're holding on to. Show up. Commit to follow Jesus, maybe for the first time or the 100th time. Commit to loving God. Commit to loving others. And one of the easiest way to love others is honestly to serve in the church. You can serve here on midweek. We have a whole team, whether it's the worship team, the tech team, the setup team, the teardown team. There's a lot of different teams, the ways that you can serve every Wednesday night. Another great place to serve in our church is the kids ministry. That every time we have a service, there's kids that need to know who Jesus is. And they would love to have middle school and high school students come and help us influence the kids that are coming up right behind you. If you're interested in either of those, come talk with me or talk with Eric before you leave here tonight. Let's get you plugged in. Or you commit to asking questions. Just starting on this journey that even the curiosity in your heart can help kick you a bad habit. Because you can stretch your faith by letting go of something tonight. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, you are so good. Lord, I pray for each of us. We all have bad habits that are preventing us from getting to where you want us to be, from really seeing the full transformation that you have for us. And I pray for every single student, leader, every person watching, that they would come into that fullness by letting go of the bad things and launching forward into what you have for us. Or be with us as we begin to shed those bad habits for your glory and our good. It's in your Son's name we pray. Amen. Hey, if you're watching on, we'll see you next time. Peace. If you're